Hey guys, so if you did not make it to the Google Meets, here's what you missed. Arduino was pretty legit. What talent do you wish you had? Me personally, I wish I could beatbox. I don't know why. I've tried learning. I just can't learn how to do it, but I just feel like it'd be super cool to be able to beatbox, like break out into beatboxing whenever you wanted. All right. Learning target, we can describe the executive branch. Essential question, by the end of the day, you should be able to answer these questions. What are the powers of the president and what are the limitations to his powers? Today, you're going to make a copy of the notes. I'll explain that in just a sec. And work on the assignment. Can the president do that? Homework, remember that legislative branch quiz was due on Tuesday, the 1st. If you did not complete that, it's marked as missing in the gradebook. But if it is marked as missing, you can still turn it in for full points, and I will take away that missing flag. And then can the president do that assignment that you're going to work on today will be due December 10th. So that's next Thursday. And we have 58 more days until the end of the term. That's including days off and weekends. So make sure you don't let that countdown sneak up on you. All right, so don't tell Mr. Mishke, but the notes are already filled in for you guys. The reason why you're not writing down the notes today is because you don't actually have to remember all the presidential powers on the test. Instead, on the test, it's going to give you like a chart of the presidential powers, very similar to the way your notes are laid out, and you're going to have to apply those presidential powers to a real life situation. So instead of making you take the notes, which would be kind of pointless, today you're going to do just direct practice for your test, so more meaningful to what you guys actually have to do on the test. So in order to keep my promise to make learning meaningful, we're doing things a little bit different today. So you don't have to write down the notes. You're just going to make a copy of the notes. And here's how you do that. When you go to Google Classroom and you click on this presidential powers notes, you won't have the rights to type in there or edit it. And there's not a copy made for each and every student. So you will go ahead and make your own copy by hitting File, Make a Copy. And then you can rename it if you want to, but make sure that you organize it in your Google Drive. So in order to do that, you're going to click on the My Drive under the folder section. If you click on My Drive again in this drop-down menu, you'll be able to organize it into a different folder. So you might want to put it into your American Government folder. That way your stuff doesn't get all messed up. All right, so once you've made a copy of your notes, you're going to use those notes to help you fill out the assignment for the day. Can the president do that? So when you open it up, it'll look like this. Notice that there are 7 different presidential actions. You're going to be analyzing just 3 of them. So not all 7, but 3 of them. In order to analyze them, you're going to read the background information, read the action, and then you're going to go ahead and use the notes for the day to determine whether or not the president was acting within his powers. Okay. Here's something that might help you out. So there are 7 actions and there are 7 powers listed in your notes. They're going to line up exactly. So if you chose to analyze number 1, it would go with presidential power number 1 in your notes. Okay, that way you don't have to do as much digging. If you would like to see an example of this assignment, make sure that you check the example video. I'm going to go over the rubric real quick and then you are free to go. So the rubric, student accurately identified whether or not the action was within the president's power. That's going to be 1 point for each one that you're analyzing for each presidential action. So a total of 3 points in that category, 1 for each. Student provided evidence from the notes to support their claim accurately and clearly. That's going to be worth a total of 6 points. So 2 points for each presidential action. Student included the presidential action number for all 3 responses. That's going to be worth a total of 1 point. That way it's worth an even 10 points. And also so that way I know which presidential action you're analyzing. So remember, you're not doing all 7. You get to choose 3. Let's say that you're choosing 3, 5, and 6. Just make sure that you type down here in this document number 3, number 5, and number 6. That way I know which ones you're analyzing. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me via email, my Google Voice number. Remember, my open office hours are from 1:33 through Google Meets. Good luck, guys.